Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well and ready for a great Friday. Let's end this week off strong and green. I know I'm going to be looking for shorts in this first area over here on the ES. We have a demand zone right here on ES. We ran right through it, no problem. Now, with that being said, this demand zone that was ran through no problem, this was created when Trump announced that Apple's going to be eaten a bit of a 25% tariff on all their products not manufactured in the US. Markets reacted to that. We got like a 70-point drop on ES, 80, 90-point drop. But we came into this demand. So I am looking for us to try to hold and continue because this isn't just a demand zone. This was a daily supply zone that was working as an area of resistance. Now I would look to see if it works as support. So honestly, in my opinion, I really like longs at this point. We could check Bookmap too, see if we're finding any support, which we are. It's just hard to go long at somewhere up here. Could take it one long and just hold it close, but it looks good for continuation. I do like it. I did take one long. I'm in at 57.78 right there. Stop loss 76, so 2-point stop loss. I might just get out right here for a scalp, but it looks pretty good. Look at that, guys. Good buying pressure. Oh my goodness, let's go. Out. In and out, in and out. Look at that, right? Nice scalp right off the long. Video stream would help, Marzity, wouldn't it? That would help. Oh man. Thank you for the letting me know. So now we'll wait. Now I'm gonna
Sure.
now I'm gonna wait on ES, guys. I want to see if this 5 minute wants to continue and possibly give us a fair value gap right here. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna wait and see if it wants to retest demand, or if we want to break that demand zone one more time for a long entry. But a couple scalps long never hurt anyone. Something I would like to see on gold today would be, well, let's see. Let's check that previous day high, previous day low. Previous day high is taken out, previous day low is not. Gold ended up coming off of this range, guys. This is the range I had as the low on gold. We ended up trading back within that range, so really good positioning on gold. Good direction right there. Would be looking for us to head towards the high of the range. Check the 6-hour time frame, see if there are any supply zones to target up here. 4-hour, anything of interest. We're in a little bit of a supply zone right here. We can mark this out just like that with our supply. That way, even though we did break it and we are still looking bullish, we at least now have an area of interest we could keep an eye on. So we're going to mark this as our S4 hour. Good morning, guys. Good morning, YouTube, guys. Make sure you say hello and good morning. Hope you guys are doing well, ready for a great trading day. Killing it this week. ES and NQ doing pretty well, so we're going to see how we close out. So gold over here, probably going to be looking for ES&Q longs off of demand today, especially because of that pre-market sell-off. I know a lot of times retail, they'll see a pre-market sell-off and they'll instantly think that that's the direction for the day. But when we have a pre-market move, guys, there's no real volume. There's no New York session volume, no institutional volume. There's no say in that. So look at this, was a pre-market sell-off and then we rebounded at 8:30. Let's see. Even over here, we sold off all night, market opened, and we rallied. So don't be completely tricked because of a pre-market sell-off. So the two zones I'm watching today on ES, guys, it's going to be this demand zone, this 4-hour right here, and this demand zone right here, which will now be working as our supply zone. So this is going to be our supply because it was broken demand. This is going to be our demand because, well, it's not broken, and it is holding as demand. Buyers are active in this zone. And let's see, so we could check Bookmap, and we could see if we have any strong price levels for support. I see 57.50 is very strong down here. 57.50 is in this demand zone a bit, so something I might look for is, guess what, because I know a lot of retail might be shorting a pre-market low, if we could sweep this pre-market low at 57.56 and hit that 57.55 or 50 level, I'll look for a quick reversal and I'll take longs on ES out of this demand zone, stop loss at that 57.50, And we could look to see if we can target this broken demand zone. This could be a really nice trade setup there if we get a quick reaction lower. And we could check our volume profile too. It's very important to check. And look at this, guys. Right away, my broken demand zone. This is our low volume shelf. Huge low volume shelf here. And you could tell it's an imbalance too, because look, the numbers are all the same. 1.4K, 1.4K, 1.4K. It's an algorithmic data right here, right? So it's 1.4, it's clear imbalance right here. So I could look for us to push into 5806, find some selling pressure and push back lower, because now how we use these volume profiles is they give us our range. So this would be our range high, and then this would be our range low. So we would look to buy the lows in demand, sell the highs in supply. Is Joel in here today? He's not. Well, that's a good little it's a good little brief on that. What are we, 5 minutes in? I'm gonna tell him that somebody I'm mentoring, and he was asking how to use the volume profile along with supply and demand, and that's how you would use it. 5 minutes in, Joel. All right. Look at the buyer stepping in and holding here. I like the 15 trying to base here. Now, if we do want to continue at this point, and we create a 15-minute basing right here, what I'll look for is I'll look to see if we want to continue higher, then come back and retest, and that would look something like this. We'll look, see if we could come down, crazy sell-off, pull back, come down lower, create a higher low, and then continue higher. So that's something I might be looking for, but that's only if we want to continue higher at this point. So we're going to look at the CVD. CVD is very red. People are still selling even though we're pushing higher at this point, so I'm not looking for any more longs right now. If you were taking longs at this point, you might be trying to jump the gun thinking that you're trying to predict the market. Right now we want to wait for the reaction, and market hasn't really given us that just yet. We could put our volume profile on here for a second and see that it's a P shape, and that's usually bearish. So let's get rid of this for now. This is on the reason I put this here, guys, is because this is when we sort of got that move, right? This move just happened right here. So if we wanted to put it right here, we could see the selling pressure and the momentum sellers picked up down here. All right, guys. Good morning. What's up, Fairchild? Good morning. Good morning. Let's see, so I'd like to see, so a couple things I'm looking for too, right, is maybe we could sweep this low on ES and start to push higher. We could check NASDAQ now as well, see if NQ's giving us anything. Let's see, daily. So the daily on NASDAQ doesn't have that supply area or support at this point till way down here. So you guys remember ES was already in that area, and Q not near that area. We are near a daily imbalance, so like a fair value gap, so that is something. But let's see, so let's go 4 hour, and right now we're looking to see if there are any demand zones, any areas of support down here. It seems like I have one marked out right there, so let's see what time frame that's on. Looks like maybe it's a 30-minute. Nope, 2 hours. We're going to mark that out. That's our 2-hour demand. So that would be our support zone on NASDAQ. So now we have support on NASDAQ. We have support on the ES, S&P 500. Now I have an area to say, okay, listen, I know a lot of people are going to be going short because of the 25% tariff on all Apple products that aren't manufactured in the U.S. Well, with that being said, I want to look for longs because I know institutions are wrong 9 times out of 10. I'm sorry, retail is wrong 9 times out of 10. So let me look for some longs. I have my demand zone here. If retail doesn't have supply or demand and they're just looking at a chart right now, then they might see this and go, oh, wow, we're selling off pre-market. We got to short this, right? That's an easy institutional mindset. I'm sorry, an easy retail mindset. I keep doing that. And that's not how we want to trade. It's not how we want to think. We want to separate ourselves from them. We want to find support zones, resistance zones. That's our supply and demand. We want to find our key levels as well. We want to trade and read volume, right? Volume also gives us strong clues. We also want to trade and look for the equities. Now, we can check our equities right now, and I guarantee Apple took a tough hit. Yeah, look at Apple sold off from 201 to 194, guys. That is a 2%, 3% move on Apple. If we check our weighted in our watch list, we see that Apple, let's see. Oh, it doesn't show us our change percentage yet because markets haven't opened. But Apple will probably be our strongest to the downside at the moment. If we're looking at all of our charts, so we have Meta, top left, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, and Amazon. And the reason we watch these stocks is because they're 6 of the top 10 weighted stocks in the ES and NASDAQ, especially on the NASDAQ. So when these trend together, we'll see that trend continuation on NQ. So whenever I'm trading one or the other, I'm looking for equities to also be ranging, trending, or reversing. So right now we also have our previous day high and low indicator on each chart as well. That's what the green and red levels are. So I see that Meta is below previous day low, Microsoft below previous day low, Apple far below previous day low, Amazon, Nvidia, everything's below previous day low except for Tesla, which is actually holding its previous day low right now. So definitely going to be looking for something. Maybe if we were looking for calls, right, if somebody was trading options, I might look for calls on Tesla instead of one of the other equities because the other equities are much weaker right now. But also with them all being below previous day lows, that does usually give me a bearish bias. But again, depending on how we react when market opens, will help me with possibly a long bias. Now we can take a look at gold too, because gold usually performs very well, especially in times of uncertainty on ES and NQ. Let's see, we have a 1 hour imbalance right here. Check our 15-minute time frame. That way we have our volume profile on the daily right here. Because it's on our 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Eastern, that's when the futures market opens. And we have a low volume shelf over here, a low volume shelf over here, low volume shelf over here. So there's really a lot of areas to keep an eye on when it comes to gold. So we're gonna mark this area out right here. And I do want to keep an eye on it, because now what we'll do is we'll start marking out multiple levels. You can see how we react to this level yesterday too. Okay, great. So this is an area I would consider longs on gold. So let's start marking those out. 1, 2. Those are the 2 zones I'm watching mainly on gold today, guys. We'll be looking to see if we could possibly find some support here on gold and continue higher. It is already above its previous day highs right here. If we look at the 45-minute time frame to look at that weekly volume profile, I'm actually going to have to move it up a little bit because our weekly is going to be on this one. So gold, it's got a low volume profile right over here on the weekly though, and that would call for a huge sell-off, an 83-point move to the downside. I don't think that's going to happen today unless we do find really good buying pressure and we get some type of news or catalyst that helps drive that. But I'm mainly going to be looking for this area, this one area right here, low volume shelf right there on gold. This was an area that was resistance. Now we're above it. I'd like to see it work as support. We have a 15-minute fair value gap there. I'm sure if we go to a 5-minute, there's another 5-minute right there too. So we've got a lot going on to confirm that this might be good for longs. Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. ES is starting to hold that 5-minute fair value gap that I had marked. Here, let's show you guys what I was looking at. So again, ES also, a couple things I'm looking for. We could be looking for this zone, this price level to hold. This is 57.74, 57.68. That's a hold for longs. We could look for the demand zone. We could look to see if New York session wants to open and break lower for us and continue lower. Let's see. This might be it though. Let's see. 5-minute, 15-minute. And I might be patient too to wait to see how we react to this 58.05, 58.10. Because again, this is going to be our area of supply now that we broke it. But that would be if sellers want to continue. We could look to see where VIX is trading at too. VIX is coming off of the key level trying to move higher. I do think ES might want to continue higher here. 40 seconds left. We could check our volume profile. We could also check our book map. And we have 57.90 as a target to the upside. 57.90 right up here. Looks like we're getting ready to go to it. That's 10 points on ES right there. Entry here, maybe 5-point stop loss, 10-point target, but I'm not a fan of that. I'd like to see maybe we could come retest this FEG one more time. If we do get that, guys, I will consider taking this long trade on ES here. Because also, guys, don't forget that 15-minute. Oh, it just closed. That's tough. We'll see. 30-minute, also a tougher read. Let's see. 30 looks nice on NAS for a reversal. So yeah, if we do get this retest one more time of this fair value gap down here on ES, I would like it long. I do think it's going to continue higher, so I'd only be looking for longs right now, guys, especially because VIX is coming off of a key level trying to push to the downside, and that is bullish on ES and NQ. Yo, good morning, Globetrotter. What's going on, my man? Hello, welcome, and good morning. Yo, Dr. Algo Sniper, cool name, man. Are you using any algos or anything? And hello, by the way, welcome to the community. Always good to have some new faces in here. If you want, message in the main chat. That's where I keep main chat open on one of my screens over here. And if you guys want to, if you are part of the community, you are able to speak. If you want to turn on push to talk on Discord, feel free to. I'm going to add an alert here on gold so that if we're watching ESNQ, we don't get sideswiped and miss it. Oil just like being oil, which is pretty funny. I almost don't even want to waste my time with oil. It's been pretty inconsistent. It's been consistently inconsistent, and with that information, I do not want it. So I'm looking to see if ES wants to dip one more time towards, what's that, 73? That's a high volume shelf. I wouldn't usually take that. Maybe this 76, but we'll see. Let's see. ES back over here. If this was open session, we'd be getting more volatility, and I'd probably take the retest here. Because the session's not open yet, I am going to be a little conservative on this trade. Because anything can happen, and also a certain somebody could tweet again, right? He tweeted already once this morning, and with that being said, we'll wait. What are we looking for? 68 stop loss. Thinking of taking some micros here. Go super light in size. That way, if we do want to trend higher, guys, we are in it for a little bit of a move. So I am going to take a few micros. And stop loss is at 68. 68 stop loss. And if it stops me at, that's okay. It's just some micros. I'll take the paper cut. Getting some selling momentum. I'm being patient. This is coming off of a demand zone. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Took a couple micros right here. Nothing crazy. Traded some ES earlier and caught nice moves off of this demand zone. Buying the low, selling out the highs. So back in a couple contracts here. I'm in 4 micros. Entry price was a little Entry price is 50, was that 74? 57.74. So it just pushed green, nice, not bad. And the reason I took micros is because it's still pre-market, guys, and somebody could tweet, the market could move really rapidly, anything can happen, or the market could do nothing and could chop and do nothing because it doesn't have proper volume. So with that being said, I took this size very lightly. I was looking at the 15-minute to continue and 30-minute to continue higher on NASDAQ as well, and that's what sort of helped me with this bias. So that's also why I took a very light in size. Yo, what's going on? Happy journey. Good morning, good morning. We're in a few light longs on ES. Look at that, finally flipping back green for us. Nice. Look at that. Great. That's why we want to wait for the pullbacks, buy the lows, sell the highs. We're just trading ranges. Now this trade, I'd probably look to hold till 58.12. 58.12. 58.90 might be first TP. We mentioned 58.90 earlier. Yo, have you guys seen somebody, the big man? Yo, what's going on? The big man. You already know the big man. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Oh, did you guys see the new Apple update? How you could like schedule texts out? It's awesome, man. I wanted to send something. I was like up at like 2 in the morning. I'm like, oh well, it's too late to send it now, but I don't want to forget because I know I will. Yo, come on, ES. Let's find that. I'd say let's find that buying pressure, but this is what I mean by pre-market having poor price action. We might dip lower one more time here and try to hold again. Or we might dip lower and stop out. Whatever the case may be, my entries are at the bottom near these wicks, right? And we're looking to see if we want to hold. Let's see. Nvidia coming off a level of support. Equities are a little weak right now on this current 5. But again, pre-market, there is no real volume on equities. So it's very easily manipulated. Okay, guys, getting some. I only have Samsung. Oh man, $5,000 iPhone. Yeah, bro, we get the 5. That's right. I don't know anybody just joining now. We're just joining recently. Trump announced this morning, which caused this big sell-off, that Apple products that aren't manufactured in the U.S. will be facing at least a 25% tariff. That's crazy. Things are gonna get crazy expensive. I don't know how we're combating inflation by making everything more expensive, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a trader. I'm just here to trade the reaction, trade what the market tells me. We got some red folder news, yes sir. New home sales, 935. We got member Muslim speaking, FOMC. I'm still in these longs. Let's see. Look at all the selling delta, by the way. So usually I would be bearish because of the selling delta, but we're not near an area of resistance right now. I wanted to see us come back to this broken demand zone up here. So this will be my target. 58.06. YouTube guys, make sure you keep that like button running up. We'll keep the stream going. I might call it a little early today, maybe like 10:30. So we still got some time. I'm thinking of getting out of this just for the sake of not being in this. You know what I'm saying? This is very poor price action. It's pre-market.
Ending early. What are you trying to milk the long weekend thing? You're not fooling anybody.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right, guys. Memorial Day is Monday, so don't show up for class. Look at this weak price action. Buyers keep failing. I'm going to stop out. I'm not even going to let it get to stop loss. I'm not even going to let it get to take profit. I'm just not going to take this trade anymore right here. If you guys want to hold it, it's still in your risk portfolio, your management. Go ahead, hold it. I don't like pre-market trades. I'm not a fan of them, never have been. So I'm not going to try to force something that's not in my system. So we're going to very choppy right now. We're going to be patient. I'm going to delete that position. We're in no positions right now. The 2 zones I was looking for, doing 0DTE, SPY, market open. Yo, good luck. Oh, I thought it was 50% tariff on EU that dumped stuff. Let's see. That's what a news piece on TradingView said. Oh, cool. Let's check it out. News piece on TradingView. Where do you see that? Under the community hub or under the calendar? What's today? Friday? New home sales, 10 o'clock too. So just got to be aware we get the news at 10. Don't feel FOMO. Don't chase anything. Buy the low, sell the highs if you're trading this range, but don't take anything. Let's wait for market to open. Let's see what's his name? Fairchild Imaging. Oh, that's also Fairchild. That's funny. I'm going to check, I'm gonna check out that 50% tariff on EU. That's probably it then. I saw the tweet about Apple. I didn't see that 50% tariff on EU. Trump recommends 50% tariff on EU. Threatens. Look at how they all like to word it. Threatens, recommends. That's funny. Usually CNBC's the one saying threatens. Markets are untradeable right now, guys. Wait for it to open. Look at this. Perfect. Gold's pulling back. I wanted to see if gold could come hold support. I want gold to hold, not fold. So I'm told. Paper trading.
You're a poet and you didn't realize
Whoa.
it. Yeah.
They're both of these news blips, Apple and EU. That's why these two are dropping. Yep, makes sense.
Driving a Mercedes will be more expensive in America now.
What's that?
Driving a Mercedes will be really expensive now.
Mercedes suck anyway.
They're so trash, man. I have a BMW. They're bugging me to get a Mercedes, and they're just so cheap. Like feeling.
BMW over Mercedes.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not even a BMW fan. They're just better. You know what I mean?
Definitely never get a Mercedes SUV like electric. It's like complete trash. I'm just trying to get out of it.
All right, let's see. Waiting for gold to pull back. ES is pushing lower. Glad I stopped out at break even. We're just waiting now, guys.
Well, the candle reversal on the ES shows 57.66 being the south target, and then down to 57.60-ish.
Gotcha. Alright, let's see, guys. Let's see. Yes, just waiting. We're probably going to delete this zone for now. This 15-minute, no longer interested, and we're back to square one, right? We got our demand, 57.61, some supply around 58.06. That's on ES. We can take a quick look at NASDAQ, make sure we're not missing anything. Hit that 15-minute time frame. Pull over our volume profile, so it's on our daily time frame. That's not our volume profile, that's our open price. Here's our volume profile. 6 o'clock, and that's on our daily now. Now we'll look at this. We have our imbalance right here on Microsoft, on NASDAQ. And that falls right with this 15-minute fair value gap. So this is our resistance area right now. So we have our resistance, we have our support. That's our high, that's our low. Shorting Apple at open. Yo, market's not open yet. Markets are not open. We've still got 30 minutes, man. Hopefully gold keeps pushing lower. I'm going to add another alert here. Really don't want to miss gold. Let's see any low volume shelves near my area of entry. It's 33.40. And I see 33.40. There is some low volume down there. Let's see. Oil, range bound. So let's check NASDAQ. This was that area. This demand zone broke a few times. I'm going to delete this. I'm not interested in it anymore. I want to try buying a micro every $2. I dumped along and see what I can get going, but then it dumped. Oh man, yeah, gotta be careful when that's dollar cost averaging, right? When you keep adding on the dips, but at some point, you know, the loss will hurt. Looking good on ES to hit alarm 57.50. Probably up. NASDAQ back in demand too. This is ES right here near an area of support, 57.72 on Bookmap, and we see prices sort of consolidating now. So no trades right now, Ozzy. No trades at the moment, in my opinion, right now. No trades.
Boston Oz, the 57.50 actually is a good fib spot of looking at the 5-minute. If you take the current little low candle, high candle, and do a fib on it, the dot 236 is at 57.49.75. So that lines up with your 57.50 target. Very, very possible. A lot of times we'll see the half of that, which will be 57.53. It's called the 111.
Yo.
And a lot of times you'll see the rejection there on the 111 if it's not going to break. If it does make it through the 111, though, the 57.43 would be the projected target south, based on the current fib.
Nice. Somebody asking about Palantir. Palantir, man, I had an area of support here at Palantir, this 105, 106 area. I threw the position tool up, so apparently I was telling somebody about possible longs on Palantir, target new highs, and that worked out pretty well. Let's see where it's at right now. You said Kramer's bullish on Palantir, so we're probably going to feel that to the downside because clearly he's trying to get out of some shares. I would look the 116, 115 to hold as a new higher low on Palantir. I'd like to see ES move lower. We're just waiting. Waiting and being patient. Waiting for the market to open. It's 9:01 right now, guys. Market opens in 29 minutes. We have some economic news coming up. We have at 10 o'clock, we have new home sales. And it's something to just keep an eye on. Might not give us the craziest of moves, but just something to be aware of. We have our zones on ES and NQ, 57.61 to about 58.05. NASDAQ, we have 20,780. Last level on that area is 20,069. And then I have some resistance on NASDAQ, 20,960. I like this area for resistance for sellers. If buyers could step in and get weak around 20,960, that would be pretty clean. We have a low volume imbalance right there. Let's see, guys. Let's see. We could check, see if we have any economic news or anything else other than economic news coming up. Sort of like anything tweets wise. Alright, so QQQ, let's see, Kramer said something. As the one big beautiful bill progresses to the Senate, did you guys see that one too? Trump's one big beautiful bill? You guys check that out. I'll make a video on it today. Progress to the Senate. Investors should brace themselves for continued volatility in treasury yields according to Kramer. So, whatever. What happened? The host Demand Money warned that the market will likely flirt with 4.75% yields. Saying get used to it. If this is just about Kramer, that's okay. I'd rather watch a Futures Fever and get my information from Kevin Dubrisky and Peter Tuchman. That's a lot more important in my opinion. Nobody's said inverse Peter and Kevin yet.
I'll speak to Matthew Tuttle about that.
Yeah. It's really funny. Man, we're just waiting for markets to open. It's been a few minutes. ES and Q. Yo, Random, you seeing anything?
I actually traded that bottom there just for a few scalps up, but then that was it. That's all I had off that bottom.
Nice. Nice. Let's see. We got some movers if you guys want to look through movers. This one was at 44 cents yesterday. It's opening at $1.17 over here right now. IMNN. That's 171%. We have INEWEO at $1.21. That's a 32-cent change. Gee, tell me pre-market's going slow without telling me pre-market's going slow, right? Let's see. Taiwan Semiconductor. Did you see NVTS? NVIDIA's taking longs on NVTS, but that again is a 13F filing, which means that they could have gone long on it 45 days ago. Now, when they released that 13F filing, though, look at the market reaction. The market reacted and gave us a wild return, right? So NVIDIA said cha-ching. They did well on that. This company did great on that report, too. So, also with the 13F filing, something to consider is they could release it very quickly. They don't have to wait the 45 days. They get an advantage by being able to wait the 45 days. Now, the 13F filing that I'm talking about is the one that big institutions have to release every time they make a position change. In this example, right, we're talking about NVIDIA. Well, last week we had news about how Michael Burry, the big short, he's only holding this stock. It's EL, and he's shorting NVIDIA and blah, blah, blah. But again, he has to file that 13F filing, which he could have waited 45 days after each fiscal year, which means he could have been in that trade in January, and we're just hearing about it in May. So the information's interesting, it's good, but it's not, it's delayed. So we don't really want to trade based solely off of it.
Is there non-delayed data? I thought there was a guy talking about how there's data that's not delayed where they have to file within a week or two or something.
I'm sure that there are different forms and filings that have different restrictions and requirements. I'm sure maybe like Congress might have to file a lot sooner. We could look into that. I'll look into that. Maybe make a video on it. That's not a bad thought. Like different.
Yeah, I think it was talking about Nancy Pelosi. There was somebody that follows her if you're searching specifically, and they have, I think, 48 hours, but supposedly she's often good about filing that day.
Let's see. Does Nancy Pelosi have to file a 13F, or does she have to file something else? She's not required to file at the Form 13F. It's mandated for securities and exchanges, SEC, institutions with over 100 million or more in their securities. Instead, she's obligated to file a financial disclosure under the Ethics in Government Act of 1978 and the Stock Act of 2012, right? Because she's not a security or exchange. She's a individual. She's in Congress, so she does have to file this one. Let's see. Additionally, they must file periodic transactions. Let's see. So we could ask it, so how long can she wait to file a change in her portfolio? Let's see. Within 30 days of receiving notice of the transaction, no later than 45 days of the actual transaction date. So this is much different than the 13F filing. 13F filing, they could wait 45 days after each fiscal year, which gives them almost like 60 to 90 days total. Filing date for Pelosi is 30 days no later than 45 days after the actual transaction date. So she could hold off on it too. She could wait a few weeks before disclosing as well. If Pelosi,
supposedly she doesn't though.
All right, listen, good for her then. If she does release it as soon as she's updating her portfolio, then that's huge. That's very, if anything, it's kind of her because she's not obligated to. But
yeah.
But that's interesting.
The thing I like about her the most is that she didn't want to have to go out to get alcohol, so she petitioned to get an LCBO in her government building. So there's like an LCBO just for Congress people in their
Really?
buildings. Yeah, yeah, that's a true story.
That's so funny.
I shouldn't call it an LCBO. We call them LCBOs here, but it's like a liquor store.
Yeah. That's great. Let's see, guys. Gold pulling back. I'd like to see gold near 33.40 on gold for potential longs. Yes, I'd like to see market open up and go hit that supply zone. Demand zone for some long positions, and we'll throw our long position tool out there so we're aware of what we're looking for. Now, originally I was looking for that 57.50. That's a book map level on ES, and we could see that here. 57.52, 57.50. At 57.52, so I have an indicator on Bookmap called the large lot tracker, and what that does is it adds these little white lines next to our current order book numbers, and those white lines will show us how much percent-wise of this price level of this current order book, so this limit, these passive orders, are one transaction. So this says 260 lots, and that little white line is almost way at the end. That means 80 to 90% of this 260 lots is one trade, one possible probable institution. So let's see if we want to react to that. That's a lot of volume right there. We would need 260 sellers at that point to push us through that, to absorb it, right? We would need more sellers than buyers to push us through that level. So we could look for something like this. Look for a crazy entry on that. Because remember, wherever my longs are, if we could get a good entry today, I would like to target this broken demand zone up here, right? So that's because it's an imbalance from this morning too. So if we could trade this range, buy the lows, sell the highs, that would be ideal for today. Even if we don't get this long entry, market opens up and we start shooting to the highs. If I don't get a long position, I might look to see if sellers step in around 58.09. And same with NASDAQ, we have 20,960. There we go, ES trying to continue. Not much resistance above it. Manufacturing came in strong yesterday, but that's because companies are buying a surplus and trying to get more in stock before tariff prices come in July. July is when tariff prices increase for a lot of companies, and they're trying to make consumer prices higher as well, right? We're seeing prices on some some products in the store that we haven't seen these highs since 2022. I'm gonna actually, let's see if I could find that real quick for us. Because again, it's important information, because this information shows us that, hey, there's uncertainty. Because guess what? Yes, and there's the uncertainty. Guess what? 2 days ago, yields came in at 5%. Markets sold off. Then yesterday, what happened? Well, markets were bullish until I think they sold off again. No, markets were bullish, and PMI came in bullish. So we're getting uncertainty. We're getting a lot of wish-wash, in a sense, in the market. Can I not find it? Let's see. Here we go. Past 5%. Today, confidence rebounds, but inflation's back and tariffs are still a problem. May's PMI data surprised to the upside. Both services and manufacturing jumped, with the composite at 52.1 showing solid growth. But here's the problem. Companies are stockpiling ahead of possible tariff hikes in July. Delivery delays and prices hit levels we haven't seen since 2022. Manufacturers and services both raised prices sharply, trying to pass tariff costs onto consumers. The economy looks strong, but inflation's heating up again. So with all of this uncertainty, Right, so again, just basic clean information that's valid and solid that we should all, as traders, be aware of. Whether you're looking at the information on TradingView, you're following me, and you get the 30-second breakdown of it so you know the ins and outs of it, whatever the case is, knowing these economic changes is important. That's what sort of gives me an edge, right? Supply and demand gives me an edge. Okay, but knowing also the ins and outs, knowing if there's uncertainty or strength, that also gives me an edge. Should I go long? Should I not? Is there a lot of uncertainty in the market? I should maybe look for gold. There's all different concepts, all different ways to read the market, but understanding that economic data is just sort of a baseline of overall market sentiment. That IMNN that was at 117 is now at 138 and climbing. I wonder what happened on that one, if anything came out on that one. We've been on a downward trajectory over the past few days after an epic run. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And we can take a look at that on the daily time frame, guys. Market's open in 15 minutes, so we got a little time on that. I just want to cover real quick. I have on the ES the March chart, right? Because different chart, different drawings. We had our all-time highs up here we were trading at until Trump announced that he's going to start the whole tariff situation. Then remember for a while it was Trump putting tariffs on Mexico, then it was tariffs on Canada, then it was back and forth. Well, that's what drove the market lower, gave us a lot of uncertainty and worry. And it wasn't until we had Liberation Day, which is the Monday, the 7th, and then we had 2 days after that is when he announced that there is a tariff deal for all countries except for China for 90 days. This was about how long ago? 48 days ago. So we're 45 days ago. So we're halfway through that deal right now. There's nothing set in stone. Now we had another tariff deal part 2 right here. This is the China tariff deal. But check it out. We're selling off. We're already trying to get back below that tariff level. That would be 38 to the downside on ES. So the question is, do we want to hold this and continue higher? Tariff deals gave us a strong momentum reversal up. Does this tariff deal part 2 want to give us another leg higher as well? Or is uncertainty starting to loom again? Markets are unsure. Tariff prices are going to start hitting the shops and everybody's going to start freaking out and markets are going to give us yet another leg lower. So really, really interesting stuff. Really going to see. And obviously, we don't know. Time will tell. Measured move-wise, if we were to continue lower, we might see 4600s on ES. But that's crazy, man. That's, again, this is daily time frame. So we're not trading on the daily time frame when we're day trading. No way. We're trading on the 5-minute, the 15-minute. So we're trading off of zones, hourly, 30-minute, 15-minute zones. Let's see. And pull ES back up as we get our zones back. And we still have about 13 minutes for market to open, guys. Let's see. Oil range bound. Gold is trending higher today. Would like to see it pull back and hold over here. Now, if ES and NQ are choppy today, guys, that will sort of help direct me to trading gold. So if ES doesn't give me the long position here, or let's say we open up somewhere over here and we're just range bound, well, then I might come over to the gold chart and see a lot of a smoother trend, right? If there's uncertainty and not much volume going into the ES and NASDAQ, there's a good chance it could be going into somewhere else. Where else? Maybe gold, maybe oil, maybe in one of these other markets. Who's buying the dip? Scary, huh? Yeah, right? Listen, man, this was a nice dip right here. 20% off of highs. So nice. Let's see. ES and NQ, really just keeping an eye on them. We see NASDAQ's also trying to hold demand. ES did not retest demand yet. We might get, guys, NASDAQ to break this demand and ES to hold the demand. So that might be something I'll look forward to. I'm going to keep an eye on this 15-minute because on the 15-minute I have my volume profile visible and I want to see how the volume steps in when we do push lower into this demand zone again and when markets open. Because if we start pushing lower into demand and this volume shelf increases like crazy and it doesn't remain low, then I'm not taking longs. If we push into this demand zone and volume remains low, I'm going to take some longs on that. But we're getting a lot of volatility. These candles are very, very rapid. These are huge. These are even just this candle right here on ES. 20-point candle. Small 5-minute 20-point candle. I'm sorry, 15-minute 20-point candle. Whoa now. 9:19. We didn't really get anything right now. No news came out. Nobody, I don't think anybody tweeted. Everybody grab your phone. Do I have alerts for him? Gotta add alerts on him. I don't know why I would do that to myself, but I guess it's important to know, right? Alright guys, being patient. Market opens in T-minus 10 minutes. Happy Journey on YouTube saying he's feeling bearish today, man. He's feeling bearish. Alright, listen. I'm not a perma bull. I'm just looking to trade what I see, right? And that's how we should always be trading. We should always be trading the reaction to our zones, right? This was a demand zone. We're below it. Now I want to see it work as supply. This is a demand zone, but guess what? If markets open and we start selling off like crazy and we dump right through this zone, well, if we start selling off into this zone with strength, I'm not going to grab a long trying to catch the bottom anyways. So I would look to see if we maybe want to break it, create that low volume shelf somewhere over here, and then come retest that 57.50 for a short, right? And that might be my short entry using this demand zone. That's if we break it. If we don't break it, I will be using demand as demand. It's important to have our levels, have our zones, and have them predetermined before market opens. Let's see, guys. We got 8.5 minutes till market opens. Nobody tweeted anything recently, so we're sort of okay right now. I don't even see the post about Apple and whatnot, but that might have been a Truth Social post. I hate that he does that. Who has that app? Come on now. All right, let's see. Looking at gold. Gold trying to hold. Not much volume. Look at how this level here, guys, on Bookmap is black. That's extremely low volume. That's almost no volume. The bluer, the lighter blue, and then the yellow and dark red, those are the high volume levels, right? So those are the areas we would look for reversals, support, or resistance. The bar for near-term rate cuts is a little higher. Yeah. I don't think we're getting rate cuts. Recession. I'm just kidding. Did you guys see, I don't know if it was a joke or what, but I saw posts about how somebody financed a Costco hot dog, $1.50 Costco hot dog. It was 4 installments of 37 cents each. That's crazy, man. Let's see newsfeed, see if we got anything new coming up. Big time dumpathon. Nothing new on the news session. Would like to see 57.52, guys. It's what we're looking for. Markets open in 6 minutes, guys. Who's excited? Make some money today. Let's kill it. Let's absolutely kill it, man. Excuse me. No, you hear the yawns? It's yawns of excitement.
I'm ready to buy the highs and sell the lows.
Hell yeah, man.
I think I did that yesterday. There is a speaker 5 minutes after open, and then you got your home sales at 11, I think. No, it's at 10. Home sales at 10.
Gotcha, thank you. Where is this? Here. Is it 4 hour? I'm trying to find this this demand zone down here. Let's see, 5 minute. 4 hour. It does say 4 hour. Could check that. Energy Sec right says nuclear energy announcement today. Oh, okay, good stuff, Fairchild. Did they say what time? This is the
Oh,
demand
that's great,
zone.
Scout. And if we go up, I got nothing in my way other than I don't know about you, Kev, but nothing until 8:45.
Yep. Yeah, I got nothing till 900.
There you go.
900, then I got 960. Yeah, I'm looking for buyers this morning. I'd like to see us move lower first so we could get a good entry off of demand. If we want to continue before that, so be it. We'll let the market continue, we'll let it play out, and we'll see if it gives us a better buying or selling opportunity. Didn't say what time. Alright, we'll keep an eye out, we'll keep an ear out. And who said that? Money up, you're booming right now. VIX is at a key level too, so I'd look for VIX to move lower from this level, which again is a bullish sentiment too. So VIX at a key level, ES in demand. I'm pretty bullish today. I hate to be the bullish of bad news, but I'm pretty bullish on this right now today. Gold pulling back too. It's pretty nice. Oh, I hope we. Oh man, we're gonna get both trades hitting at the same time. And we're gonna have to full port both of them, guys. Let's see, I like gold pulling back. I'd like to see it towards that 3340 level down here. 3340. So I have some alerts set. What's that? Ooh, sellers on gold. Good morning, guys. Good morning, YouTube, guys. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you like the streams. If you got any questions, let me know. We did some pre-market prep, pre-market analysis. We found our levels we're going to be watching today. We're just waiting for the market to open. It opens in 3 minutes, and we're going to see how the market wants to react off our levels. Take some live trades, make some money today, man. End this week off on a banger. Don't forget, we have a 3-day weekend. Do not show up on Monday. Markets are closed on Monday. Yeah, we got a wide open, that's for sure.
But, Kevin, you can do an all-day training session on Monday. I mean, just think of the love.
Wow, that's a great idea. Apple's scary now. Yeah, look at that, guys. So let's take a quick look at equities. I want to show you something. Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon pumping. Apple dumping right now. What are equities doing? Futures doing? Pushing higher. So we'll keep an eye on that. No more Ziddy. I'm not doing an all-day live tutoring session. If it got voted in, maybe. Gold near this area of support over here. I'm not in anything right now, guys. I'm just waiting for the market to open. We got 2 minutes. Yeah, not Ricardo, who's that? Pedro's got the same demand zone on NASDAQ. He's got the same 2-hour demand zone as me. So again, just seeing that a lot of people are finding this area of support. Got several Memorial Day honor events anyways. Cool. Thank you. Thank you all for your service. If anybody in here has served. Let's see. Or if you've lost
Kevin,
anyone.
do you ever open trade like in multiple areas, or like I mean, like you have a open trade in gold and you just came back to ES and you open another trade, something like that, or you just focus on one trade in one chart and then after finishing it you go back and see the other levels and stuff.
Yeah, so I'll usually only focus on one trade at a time because once we start trying to manage too much, it can get a little overwhelming and we won't be able to manage either of them properly. But something else too that I've noticed is when one is giving me a setup, a lot of times the other markets are trading pretty poorly. So they almost sort of help hand in hand too, where in direction where we're going. So like if gold's chopping around, I would take ES and NQ. If ES and NQ are chopping around, I would take gold. But yeah, if both of them are moving nice, I'd usually probably trade ES or NQ, whichever one's near a higher time frame zone, because those are the zones that usually give us the best reactions. Guys, market opens in 5 seconds. 57.90 target is about to be hit. I'm not in it. Let's see if we want to dump. I don't think we do. Just an attendee, not a vet myself. Okay, but do what I can to honor their service. That's right, that's right. Good stuff, man. Alright, let's see, guys. ES buying pressure right at the gate. 57.90, pretty strong passive seller up here. VIX at a key level again, looking for VIX to start moving lower, which would be bullish sentiment. Apple spiking higher right now, market open. All equities are bullish except for Tesla. And Microsoft just took a push lower. A tush push. Microsoft's a little rejection. I'm sorry, Amazon a little rejection too. Yo, I think they just added the Amazon logo on TradingView with a little orange smile. It's the little things, guys. Let's see, guys. Let's see if we're going to reject this 57.90. It looks like we're pushing right through it. And some good volume up here. Check that 15-minute time frame. We have a low volume shelf around 58.05. So let's see how we want to react up here. Now we'll see if we want to continue from here, create an imbalance or what. Yeah, look at that. Now look at 5800, low volume shelf up there, like a no volume shelf right there. It's because we had that big imbalance wow through this whole thing. 5805, look at the negative delta here, negative 15. The volume here was 1,594. The negative delta here was 1,594. This is when we had this wild move right here because of the announcement of the EU 50% tariffs and the Apple 25% tariff on products not manufactured in the US. There's that rejection on VIX pushing lower. Come on, ES, give us that long entry in demand. Equity's looking good. I almost want to try the longs here on this little dip. There we go. Not in anything at the moment. Gold is... no, not yet. Guys, YouTube guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Do appreciate it. Let's see, we're waiting on ES, possible long entry in demand, maybe short entry in this broken demand. We shall see. VIX pushing lower. ES chopping around 5,800, passive seller. There we go. Buyers definitely have the momentum right now, so I wouldn't look for shorts right here.
ESV WAP's at 58.05.
Yep. Yep, there's 10 points away from 20,900 on NASDAQ. Weighted index pushing higher, Apple spiking higher, equities good. Oh, equities are green here. We're gonna push. Nice, there's that 900 on NASDAQ. Gold crossing lower. Look, guys, ESNQ pushing higher. Gold's moving lower. Let's see. Getting close, pushing into these price levels. This is a low volume shelf up here. Here we go. Good support under us, though. Let's wait. Don't go long at these highs, guys. We want to be patient here. I mean, guys, think of it too. News catalysts. I'm getting a notification from Yahoo Finance. Says breaking news. Dow falls over 400 points. Nasdaq sinks 1.6%. Reignites trade war with broadside at Apple and EU. Same thing I was just saying. But they're announcing, hey, we're selling off. So everybody's going to look at their phone or look at their notification and go, oh man, I got to sell this. What are the markets doing? The opposite of that, right? So always be careful when reading some type of plain news that's like, markets are selling off. No, what's behind it? That's when the economic impact news matters, right? Are we selling off because PMI came in weak? Are we selling off because the yield's higher? Or, let's see, gold. Gold, man, just hit that level. I would wait for the 5 to close on gold. That's a tough point right there. There we go. Yeah, look at that selling on gold. Let's wait for 1 second here. Okay, I like that we're trying to hold. Little weak.
I'm chill longs now. I'm gonna sit on my hands.
Nice. I'm gonna take 1 long on gold here. Stop near this low. Get a light size, so if it stops me out, that's fine. Already in some nice profits from ES longs this morning. Gold was pretty strong to the downside though, so I'm okay with my stop loss. Yeah, look at the sellers. Oh, but buyers are trying to hold that price level, man. They're trying pretty hard at this low volume shelf right here. Oh, but sellers are trying even harder. ES and NQ 5800. Oh man. Come on, gold. Give us a move. Nope. I might get out of gold. Got in a little early on it. Ooh. I like that spike on the CVD there on gold. That's a little promising. Nice. There we go. There we go, gold. 3 minutes left in this 5. It's running right now. I'm gonna get out there. We'll call that a scalp. A very successful one at that. But reason I got out is because I'm more interested in ES and NQ today, guys. I had a nice momentum today. Look at that, guys. Bang, bang, bang. Let's see. And gold might continue, right? Gold might hold. And I'll wait maybe for that 5 minutes to close. I'll add one more alert. This alert... What? Gold's like, I don't know about that, man. Oh, because it's already triggered because the spread's so wide. Yes, up here. Look at the resistance. We're coming into this low volume area. This is that demand zone that I had marked out as supply now. Look at that rejection to it, guys. Same with what's it called? NASDAQ. NASDAQ had this area of resistance to that low volume imbalance. So what happens is we get a resistance from there. Let's see. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. Get ready for a long weekend. I might wait for the 15s to close here. Don't forget, we do have, is it new home sales? Yeah, new home sales at 10 o'clock today. Beautiful trades. VIX at a key level, ES at a resistance level. I am considering shorts. I'll take a couple micros. I'm going micros today, guys, on ES, especially because of the volatility we've been in. So I'm in a couple micros short here, even though we got support under us. I was looking to see if we could reject back lower to this imbalance. There we go. We're getting a tush push on this move right here. Nice. Wow, guys, we're getting some nice trades in today. Could get out here into strengthen a quick momentum trade, but I think I want to hold this for now. VIX is at a key level. I want to see VIX start moving higher. I don't like that buyer. I'm out. Got to be able to just switch it, guys. Listen to the market. If depending on your trade, I was looking for a scalp on that. Well, that's what I got. Once a buyer started to step in, I'm out. If you're scalping it and you see some pressure in the opposite direction, that's usually where we should try to get out. I want to try gold again, probably. The way it's holding this level. Oh yeah, there goes ES, man. ES off that level of resistance. Gold. CVD's green. There we go, gold. Gold finding some buying pressure. Let's see, it's getting a little volatile, so don't go chasing it. Let's wait and see. Let's see equities. I sort of want to see if gold could retest this zone for longs. 43, what's that? 33, 40, 60, 33, 40, 60. Let's see. Come on, gold, go hit that. I'm looking for 33, 40, 60 to be hit because we had some passive buyers sitting there looking for the retest of that low volume shelf. We might not get it. Buyers are looking to support us here. ESNQ, look at that, rejecting that resistance area. VIX at a key level 2. Come on, gold. I want to see a quick move to this 33, 40, 60 area and reaction higher. Yo, what's up, MJ? The blue bars on the side, those are the volume profile on the, so trading view is the charting tool, and you come over to the forecasting and measurement tool, and it's the anchored volume profile. I did a webinar recently, a couple weeks ago, on how I use it. I'll put the link in the, what's it called? In the Discord. Good gold buying pressure here, man. This might continue. That was a good entry, man. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Even ES, man. Got out a little early on that. 15-minute. Just gotta wait now. Gotta wait for something to set up. Yo, you got it. Let's see. And YouTube guys, I'll drop that in the comments too for you. That's the how to use volume profile. And here you go, good sir. Dude, that volume profile with gold, man, in this broken supply zone. Ooh, clean. Clean machine.
Hey, did you see that post I put out there for Trade Sinker?
Let's see. This one?
No, that's Tick Strike. I was just playing around with that. No, that's Trade Sinker, the thing you were talking about yesterday for doing the copy trades. Cause I was looking at it and it's looks like a beta.
Oh yeah, didn't you see somebody wrote back to you though?
Oh no.
Yeah, where is he? Joel He's the one who told me about them. He said, I use them and they now allow bracket orders, plus they're almost out of beta. Never had problems with them, just gotta have the normal cautions with the trade copier. They soon will have Project X2. If you have any questions, I recommend ask their Discord. They're very responsive, and or try the 7-day trial. So he has used them before. He does use them. And he gives a pretty solid review on it. Whoa, gold! Yes, and Q, what are we doing? Yeah, I feel like whenever I look at like ES and NQ and they're doing nothing, I feel like I'm looking at a kid that's just like kicking dirt. And they're just like, no, I'm not doing nothing. They're just like kicking rocks. Just nothing. Why do you think I'm doing something? It's like, even if I was doing something, I wouldn't tell you. I'd wait for you to leave. Nice ES rejection, man, off of this imbalance up there. No way. ES been chopping its way lower, guys. Would not look to buy these dips. We're making new lows on our way lower. We're failing to make new highs on our way higher. I do think at some point buyers will take some momentum. This 57.90 level is pretty strong. Equities are weak right now. I would not take a long position right here. Look at how, look, ES and NQ, they rejected these low volume areas up here. These low volume areas. So if I'm looking at this trend right here and I put my volume profile on these few candles, the anchored volume profile, so it measures from 9:15 to now, I see a low volume shelf in this fair value gap right here, and that fair value gap was formed off of this demand zone. So this might be a long entry for me. Yeah, I might take that. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. It'll all always depend on how the market reacts. Let's see, it'll also depend where VIX is trading at. If VIX is at a key level. Oh man. Am I ready for the weekend? SMR rockin'. Let's see SMR. Let's check it out. Nice, look at that gap from 25 to 28 today. It's got some volume to the upside too, looks alright. ESNQ pulling back. Random, what you got? Oh, where'd he go? Where's it? Are you seeing anything? See a whole lot of hoopla. I'm waiting for that ES pullback. Gold, man, what a trade. That was a nice scalp right there. Alright guys, let's see. ES moving lower, NQ moving lower. Minute 48 left in this 5 minute. We can check our volume profile. And we see point of control has been moving lower these past few candles. We have a buy imbalance down here though. Alright, let's see. Trying to find some support before that low volume area, so I'm just waiting right now, guys. I do like that buyers are showing that they're still present in the market. Oh, Oh, there we go. Seller stepping in on the weighted index. Apple trying to hold VWAP. Microsoft new low a day. Meta pushing lower. Tesla trying to hold support. And Nvidia trying to move lower. Let's just be patient here, guys. Markets have been trying to chop their way lower. Does gold want to give us our pullback entry? Maybe. I don't think I would take gold at this point. I like the support building up under ES here on Bookmap. But it seems to... excuse me, man. Oh, jeez. But it seems to be failing, right? Look at that. The support was here, and then it just sort of pulled. Weighted index still looks weak. We have 10 seconds left in this 5 minute. No trades. Wait for that next 5. 3 seconds. Equity's looking heavy to the downside. Alright guys, let's see. Waiting for ES to pull back to this demand zone. This, this fair value gap now. This is the FVG. Alright, let's see. We're just waiting right now. No trades right here. Buyers are pulling back a little bit on the weighted index, but we're getting a really strong reaction on the ES and NQ right now. Nice. Signet's in a cool. What's he in a position on SPX? Alright guys, look at that pullback, look at that. That's what I said, we're getting a little pullback on equities, but a major pullback on ESNQ right there. I wouldn't look for any longs here. I think we're going to be range bound, we're going to push this lower over here, manipulates the 57.80, find those longs, and then go back higher. Let's see guys, I'm waiting right now. Look at this gold chopping around, no re-entry. Oil, very range bound, really no trades on oil either. We're in an imbalance range right here. Look at that, crude trying to break higher right here. Gold chopping, crude is breaking higher right here. Oh, we're getting a latency spike, getting a lot of volume coming into oil at these prices.
Dang it, that's like the second whipsaw today.
Yeah. Oh, what here, right here on ES?
Oh, I was on NQ. I didn't watch it. Yeah, I was watching NQ.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
I'm on a 2 second chart and it jumps 60 points, I think.
2 seconds. Too low. Nah, I'm just playing. I know you gotta keep an eye on that weighted index or at least some equities, you know, because the weighted index has been pushing lower, so I wouldn't try any longs right now. But 2 second chart is sort of hard to trade too. Are you trading off of like key levels or anything, or just trading the momentum?
Yeah, I got kilo. If I got range on the left hand side, and then I actually do all my trading off the second, either a 2 or a 5 second chart. But,
Okay.
and it's
Gotcha,
all
gotcha.
scalping. I mean, I'm only trying to get a couple points, right? So.
Gotcha. Let's see. TW Barber. Let's see. Two trades. MES long 5770 to 96. Nice. And short 806 to 902. Good job, man. Great trades. Good work. Killer. Guys, I'm thinking of adding a testimonial area in the Bullishbrs Discord community. If you guys could just post like screenshots, profits, any testimonials, if you feel like, you know, I've helped you, that'd be great. Much appreciated. I didn't add it yet. I'll probably look to add it at some point this weekend. That's how I spend my long weekends. See, Marzity? I'll be working for you guys. Yo, what up, Dan? Polto, what's going on, guys? You guys take any trades today?
Hey, Kevin. I nearly caught the bottom earlier, but I was in a lesson again. And yeah, so I'm 6 points down, so not doing too bad.
Oh man. Listen, man, you've been on a better streak though lately. Other than the trades that you gotta start staying out of, the good trades you've been taking, like yesterday, for example, really, really great job. So just keep doing what you're doing, journal what you're doing, and try to work out those kinks of the entries and the trades, the chases, the FOMO, things of that nature.
That's it. Yeah, it's always worth waiting 10 minutes to get to the 61%. And
yeah, listen, be patient, because you know what? If the market's going to push lower one more time from your entry point, what's the point of trying to chase it right now, right? If you're unsure of where the market's going and it's more of a 50-50, don't take it. If you have some certainty, you have your volume lining up, a price level lining up, whatever the case may be, go for it. Go for it. Who had that really nice trade yesterday? I think it was, yeah, it was XO. Had that crazy trade. Yeah, the low volume profile, so low volume up here. Liquidity level swept. 11 to 1? Did you really take an 11 to 1 risk to reward?
Yes, I did that.
Sheesh. Let's go. That's awesome.
Morning.
Hey, good morning, Jeremy. What's going on?
Just a bunch of busy work.
Yeah.
Catching up for Friday stuff.
Got you. Guys, I'm waiting on gold for a retest of this low volume shelf, 3340 one more time. I will try another gold. I'll maybe take some micros, MGCs, micro gold contracts there, if it gives us that entry. If not, we're pretty solid.
can I get a high five for my 9 to 1 risk reward?
Hell yeah.
Hell
Epic.
yeah. Chat,
Nice
throw him
work,
a high
my friend.
five.
That's a Jeremy type trade right there.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Dan.
It sounds like we're stuck in a range. It's time to do some scalping, maybe.
Yes, sir.
Air 5
Although,
from
have a
US
look
to
at
UK.
the 2-hour candles, because we're setting up for a 3-bar here. Let me get a picture on that.
Hey, gold. What are we doing, gold? Ooh.
So we closed a hammer down at the bottom of that bar, and we'll either get half of the range bar back or the whole range bar back in a typical 3-bar setup. So we may be bullish back to both the pivot, the halfway point, and possibly the fib high.
Okay, gold. Let's see. Gold, some selling pressure here. Definitely be careful on any longs. I'm going to take a couple micros. If it stops me out, it stops me out. We know our risk. And if it holds, fantastic. I know my entry. Nice. Good hold on gold. Oh, it's struggling, man. It's definitely struggling to hold above, but we just might be creating a higher low right now if we do want to hold 33. What's that? 33.38. Pretty strong passive buyer down there. My stop loss is 33.37. Looks like we're trying to run for that 33.38. 5 seconds left. I don't like that there's 5 seconds left on this 5 minute. I wanted to see us push back above. Oh, let's see, man. This is going to be close on gold. I think it wants to push lower. 33.
Yeah, you got home sales right now.
Oh, home sales. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, 10 o'clock home sales. My
Yeah,
stop
Siri,
loss is
check.
36.3 on gold here. 36.3 stop loss on gold. I want to see a reaction to this heavy passive buyer right here. Ooh. There's our reaction. Lower. Gold, 15 minute. Give me something. 30 minute. Nope. 45, 90. Everything's just very bearish, so I'm going to get out of gold. Yep, there we're out of gold.
Boy, was I glad I sat on my hands on that when I was like, I'm sitting on my hands long. It, like, dumped for 30 minutes after that.
Nice. Now, let's see. So home sales, new home sales didn't really give us that big of a reaction. Let's see. ESNQ. Didn't get my entry on ES yet, so we could just keep being patient on that, guys. Let's see. ESNQ looking like they want to pull back. Weighted index looks a little weak, but they keep finding buying pressure.
I'm not bearish down here yet. I don't know about you guys. I mean, I was only on my hands because it hit a pivotal level, but for NQ at least, I'm not really bearish right now. I mean,
No, me neither. I was looking for a pullback entry.
yeah.
Gold's trying to hold now. That's pretty funny.
Let's see, we printed a high wave on that last high on a 5 minute chart.
Ooh, we should get a pullback.
Revisit it.
Come on, a little bit more. Come on.
Come on. Come on, gold. Hold this. Come on, gold. Hold this. Hold these. Oh, nope, it doesn't want to.
Boing. Let's go hit the high wave.
Let's see. I'd maybe wait for gold to close on that 5. It looks like it wants to hold, but it's struggling. The past 15 minute, 30 minute, they have been struggling. The SNQ, that's what I wanted to trade. VIX is moving lower. New low a day on the VIX, which is usually bullish on the ES. Pretty strong level 5,800 on ES right here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, if it doesn't hold this area, it could be dump city. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now I know there's a pullback, but there's not yet anything bearish.
I'm going to try some micros on ES to the downside for a scalp off of this 5,800. But it is looking like we're trying to break higher. It is looking more bullish today. Like equities we're rejecting right now. That's what I was looking for a pullback. But if the pullback, and again, I was really wanted that 57.80 for an entry, but I don't want to try to short into that long position. So we'll try to take this for a scalp then. I'm hoping we reject 5,800 and we don't break through it. 57.99.75 is my stop loss. Let's see if I just spoke my stop loss into existence.
Oh, I'm having a rough day here.
Yeah.
Daddy.
Ooh, look at that.
Thank you.
Buyers
209.30.
bullish, all bullish sentiments right now, right? So I'm not in the shorts. I just got stopped out. Wanted to go light risk on that, and that's why. So let's see if we want to continue. If we don't, then guess what? We're just going to keep being range bound. But it does look better for continuation based off of the VIX. Equities are looking bullish except for Apple.
Things will get better.
Having a
Trust
rough
me, things will
day.
get better.
Damn. Thank you, ma'am.
Nice.
Oh, this is cool.
Damn, bro, I
doubled
need a
up on
rough
that.
day like that. Let's see.
Boing.
Here we go, ES. Trying to move higher. Volume starting to
Second.
pick up too.
This is where
Seconds.
I'm gonna hold off. I'm not bearish on it. Just hold off on longs here.
Yeah.
Just, this
Seconds
is where-
matter. Sorry, that was a 1 second chart trade.
5810 in the works for ES right here. If we could retest 5800. Oh, that's not ES, that's NASDAQ. Wow, that was close. Okay, here's 5800 area
This
of
is where they
resistance.
could try to send it here. Not shorting. I'm just careful NQ longs right now. It's got to get above this area.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like to see it retest at 900 if we can.
yeah. I just took some micros off of
Yeah.
800.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, that'd be great if it's gonna continue up to go down to that 900 area. Yeah, that'd be great.
Weighted index is really struggling here. I like that VIX has been making new lows. That's strong buying pressure in the markets. So I want to see that follow through. I'm in some micros along. I want to target
baby.
58.
Long on ES.
Yeah.
I'm not bearish, man. Like I don't want to whatever, but man, I got nothing if it gets past here until 2150. So if it gets up here, like it could
Boom.
start ripping.
Let's see. Yeah, I like weighted index looks nice and bullish. I do want to see a strong rip. That's what I wanted to see was a strong rip. But we're definitely struggling up here.
This is the no trade zone. It was
Yeah.
like everybody was trying to long and short. I was just looking at just the delta of it, and it was tight too. It was like who's right, who's wrong. We're about to find out.
Yeah. Let's see. NASDAQ trying to push higher here. Come on, give us a run up. Definitely struggling to push higher here on ES. We are in an area of resistance. And there's buying pressure that's failing to bring us higher. So let's see. There we go, 5807. Weighted index, come on, push up, push up. NASDAQ pushing higher, equities looking bullish. Let's go, come on now, give us that break. Give us that break, it's struggling,
long,
man.
Kevin?
I'm out. It's struggling too much. I don't like that.
It looks like iPhone users will buy a new iPhone anyway, even with the 25% tariff.
Yeah, well, what choice do we have? Let's see. NASDAQ looking good on the longs. Weighted index holding bullish. Trying to get back within its previous day's range. Struggling to the downside still. So we are still sort of below previous day's lows. But things are looking okay. Equity's sort of trying to pull back here. Nvidia pulling back. Microsoft pulling back. Tesla pulling back. But that could just be a pullback on this current 5, right? It's a minute and a half left. It could push back higher.
Yeah, they're short in the tops right now, but I mean, yeah, this is the no trade zone for me.
100%.
See if it gets back to that 900, 880 kind of area. See if that happens anyway.
Yeah, I'd
Used
really
to-
like to see 5780 on on ES.
Needs to break that highway before we go anywhere.
5780
Yeah.
fair value.
Yeah, and
gap.
it's tight. There's so many shorts at longs and shorts. That's why I kind of stay on the sides at 935, 940, 935, 937. There was like so many shorts and longs there.
Yeah.
Quick scalp to 40 possible here.
Yo, 5800 trying to hold right here, guys. Look at this 5800 holding.
Love it.
I'll say this, and anything can happen, but there's a lot of shorts up at 992 or 992 to 9 or to 21,011. So if we're gonna continue up, I could be a bit late because from a scalper's perspective,
Right.
I feel like they're gonna try to take those guys out if it's gonna continue up. So I could be late, wait to see if it breaks, holds.
Yep. 100%. 100%.
There is a top of the gap fill up at 21,052, I think it is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so if we're going, yeah, like I don't have anything serious until the 2150s. You're right. So we could be late as scalpers. You know, you only have to get a few good ones for the day, really, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, there you
Damn,
go.
gold.
Jeremy, I missed that last one. You probably hit the 920.
940. Yeah. I got long on a I hit the buy bid button like just after that 1 second candle, and it filled right on the wick. I was like, holy crap! Okay, limit order out now, 940. So,
Yeah, I gotta be quick.
yeah, that was a pretty quick one for me.
Damn, man, look at gold, dude. Oof.
And it's like sometimes this'll happen like faster than I can say it, and like literally I said possible scalp to 940 here as I was hitting my limit order out.
Yeah, you're on 1 second. I'm on 2 seconds today. I looked at the 5 second earlier, but it was a little too wide on the ATR.
I was on the negative seconds. I could just see the future in there.
Yeah, quantum seconds.
Wait, quantum seconds?
Quantum seconds. If we break this high wave, though.
It's on the millisecond chart, and I was able to scan my screen, and it came up as Oreo cookies.
Right?
Oh, I'm so glad I stayed.
Yeah, right? Good no trade zone up here. Come on, give us that
coming
manipulation
into one
lower.
if it was going to continue, guys. It's coming into one here. If it was going to continue.
Yeah, I'm thinking of gold, man. All the gold in California. This looks good.
Either going up.
We're either going up.
Or we're going down.
Just know the zone, baby. Here, let me get the 1 minute out here. This is the important part.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy the top and get
green
some
candle?
discounts.
Don't do that. This can be a double top, so be cautious here. The 2 hour charts where I'm really interested is that it's looking like a 3-bar.
Wait.
Yes, I look at a 2 hour chart.
Wait. You look at something higher than the 5 minute?
Technical foul.
Yeah,
Technical
right?
foul.
Technical foul!
Yo, that's my home court advantage, man. I don't know what you're doing stepping on my grounds. No, I'm just playing, man. That's cool, dude. I love that. Gotta be careful for newer people. That's a technical foul. That's funny. Derp, YouTube wrong count. For people who are newer to trading, guys, when you find key levels, though, 2 hour zone, stuff like that, be careful when you're trading the first reaction to it on a lower time frame, like a 2 second. Because remember, you're doing your analysis on a much higher time frame, so to enter on a much lower sometimes is going to give you fake signals or poor entries.
You see that, Charlie Mark? When I was saying that if it does break out, we got time as scalpers because it was going to the 990 to 2111. Look at that, right to it.
Yes,
So from a scalper's perspective, you could be a bit late on that break because you have an area to look at. What I did was I built out localized delta, so I'll just show you what that looks like, so you know what I was looking at.
Nice.
Get
Let's see.
970 for support.
Once it runs, I just stay out because I'm not good enough yet to try to jump in. I'm not comfortable, I guess.
What'd you say? Short these highs? Short the highs by the lows? Chop your price action? We're not going to follow through up here?
My favorite movies ever, though, random.
Yeah. So I built that out, Charlie. I know you didn't take it, but that was what I was looking at. So basically, I built out the delta, but locally, right? So you can see that what it did was, and why we could be late is, we knew, well, we don't know anything. We can't control markets, but we knew that if it was going to break out, it was going to go punish those shorts. Does that make sense?
Now it's going to punish the longs if we fail to hold above.
Hey,
Right.
The bearish thesis would be that it's reached 61% of the dump last night, and we're making it ahead right now, like a Lord of the Rings headless monster.
No.
I want to see these sellers step in.
If you're trading Tradeovate, my buddies are building out because they have Motive Wave, but they're building out for Ninja Trader some the same thing that I use, but in Ninja Trader. So they have both. If anybody's trading it, they're like it's like $20,000 in. I'm probably lying here, but a lot of like aftermarket Ninja Trader stuff. And because my buddy codes, these guys give them to him, and he's got like all of them. He's got like
That's sick.
50 or yeah, he's got them all. He's like broke them all. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit you up after hours one of these days once I get freed up after hours. But yeah, this chart here. So this is a volume footprint chart, right?
The one that you're looking at is delta. So all it cares about is the delta of. So you know, I was always posting, which I have up on my other screen, is the DOM, but I really only look at the delta. I don't care about the DOM itself. But I care about the delta. And so what it was, I'm like, well, people are having a hard time with like the levels I'm looking at. So what I'll do is I'll just break out the levels per candle and only look at the delta. So that when you're looking at it, you're like, oh, okay. So when it's coming up to this level, it was very heavy shorts. And all that means to us is when it's going to go up, it's almost certainly going to go punish those guys, right? You know, do we know when? No, we don't control markets, but we know that when it does start to move, it's going to go attack them. And it basically bounced right off that level, right? So that's what it does. It does it all the time.
Come on now, let's trap them longs. Them schlongs. Let's trap them schlongs.
So now you can see there's nothing there, right? So it basically went up on even buys and sells. Like, what does that really mean? Well, the retail was mostly too scared, other than here for some reason. When it broke, retail bought this. So when you see this, Charlie Mike, at 957, 958, we don't know for sure that, you know, like I said, we're not dictating markets, but all retail bought the break. So they usually pay for that, right? So it's going to get under here, almost certainly, at the 958. It doesn't mean it's going to reject permanently, no. But let me take, did you see the screenshot I shared there? Where they bought the break there. So they usually get them out.
I'm out of the shorts. I was taking a scalp on the shorts after we broke into this low volume area into this resistance zone, guys. But I'm out for a scalp. I don't really trust it in either direction right now. I'd like to see us pull back to this zone for a long entry.
They bought they bought right at the top 500, and what happened was it liquidated them. So I'm going to take a picture for you so you can see there was over 500 longs trying to keep this up, okay, on Delta. So there's like 500 positive buyers above, and then as soon as you got under, it liquidated them. Check this out. See? Now there's none. So they bought it. It was positive Delta, 500, liquidated them, and that's it. And then it bounces. So basically it gets them out of their trade and then bounces.
Nice. I don't know, man. I'd think longs up here, but buying up here is not the ideal move, guys. It's a boring pre-Memorial Day stag shag. Yo, 100%. 100%. Gold's doing alright. Oil's doing alright.
This feels like a liquidity trap, y'all. Here's the 5-second view.
It's a trap. Agree, happy, troublesome.
Yeah, we're on VWAP for the day too, right? We got to just kind of respect that, and I think we're on the monthly VWAP as well.
New home sales, did they go up by 10.9% versus 2.6 prior? Damn.
Yeah, there's in spite of the incredibly high prices, homes have been selling quick.
Kansas City Fed Schmid reportedly says uncertainty is being driven by tariff conversation. Gee, thanks. Thanks, Fed. Really needed that.
A
Super
comp in my
helpful.
neighborhood listed at 525, sold at 560 because it was a bidding war within 3 days of being on market.
Wow. That's
Yeah, I was
crazy.
blown away. I'm not selling, but
Guys, we're in the
dang.
wrong markets. Let's go sell some houses, guys.
Dude, for the area I moved to, I timed this market like perfectly, dude. It's insane. I'm over 100% return on investment, and I'm just barely here 5 years.
Wow.
The last house I
Coming
had
from the
was
water
it took
wet
10 years
crowd.
10 years to achieve a 60% return.
Here it's hurting, man. Like there was like the highest market, one of the highest markets in Canada is where I live, and now they're down like millions now. They're not down like 100, they're down millions per house.
Well, they were so pumped it was insane. Like no one could live anymore. Like people were stacking up in apartments, 10 deep on a lease that was meant for 2.
Yeah, but this is cottage. This is speculation.
Yeah.
There's hedge fund managers. Like one hedge fund guy, he went bust, and he owned like 19. Now you know that those are hedged, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, now 19 go on the market at various prices. But yeah, it went crazy here. Like where here was different. If you look up Muskoka housing, it would be like $15 million for a home. So now they're down like 3, 4, 5 million, right?
It was crazy how that market blew up there. And that's usually, how it goes. I mean, it'll become a big ass bubble looking for a pin.
Here we go, some sellers, man. Come on, pull us back. 57.80. All these people that tried these longs on the breakout are now getting trapped, right? And once we break
Yeah.
this 57.84 on ES and about, let's see, 20,844 on NASDAQ. That's where people have their stop losses currently sitting at, right? Because they have them at recent pivots, whether they're buying the highs up here or even bought when we started to reverse over here. This is where a lot of people have stop losses. So we look to buy the lows. Buy the lows, sell the highs. Order book, let's see. CVD has been making its way higher. It's almost close to the 0 mark. That's crazy. It looks like it almost was near it. It's very close to it. And that comes from us we were at like negative 12,000 at some point. So market open, here's 925, 930, market opens. And since market has opened, CVD has been climbing higher, making its way back positive.
Here they come, back to the regression. First angular resistance test.
Really made them pay.
Yeah.
Gold. Gold non-stop. Gold 33.50. Area of resistance. Let's see if that wants to be our new area of support.
Move regression. Let me see if I can plot that on the NQ. We're looking for 20960. Got to break this angular first though, which is at 20938.
All right, let's see. Gold looking for 33.50. Let's see.
Go baby, go.
Suicide alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did well. I did pretty good on that. On
Nice
that
move.
list there, yeah.
I love these structures because they just keep on paying. You just get nothing but price targets over and over again on them.
I'm taking a break. This was a buy up. This is where they were trying to buy up here, so I'm back on a break.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm bearish, or it doesn't mean anyone's. It's not the point.
No.
It's just that they bought it up like crazy right here. See where it's rejecting?
Yeah.
All the way up until 972. So when that happens, I don't know what's going to happen, so I chill.
Gold missed my long fill off that 3350 retest. It hit like 3350.1.
960 target, baby. To the penny.
Got to be honest, that was a break-even trade.
What's that?
Oh yeah.
It was hard to get in the time on that one. It really was. Because it was gapping up so fast through those levels. Like if
One
you,
of the things. Is that Moon?
It was a
talking?
1-for-1.
yeah.
That was
I'm
Moon?
sorry. Yeah, it was a 1-for-1.
It was you, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'll just show you. I'll put it on candles. You don't trade range. I'll put it on candles. I just want to show you something that keeps me out of trouble. Right here. One sec here. Keeps me out of trouble. I showed it to Charlie Mike, but it does keep me out of trouble, so I'll just post this.
Two fibs real quick. 982 and 988.
Oh, let's see if gold gives us an entry, guys. 3350 support plus a fair value gap formed over it, so if we start to hold here, I'm in long gold. If we don't hold here, I'm not in long gold. We're either going up.
All right, we're going down.
21K is actually a quick breakout wick if we hit it.
I like that we just tried to hold. I'll take a couple micros on gold.
First fib accumulating. Liquidity grab would be expected to that 88 fib. Or that fib at 88, sorry. And if they don't wick it and reject, it'll push to 21K pretty quick.
Ooh, gold. Ooh, gold.
Reject. See ya. They'll swim it right back to that fib level and then push through.
I'm still in gold. It hasn't stopped me out. Kept my stop loss a little below the fair value gap. Selling pressure is strong though. I think it's, yeah, there it is.
975 is the critical support.
Yes, an NQ range bound up here, guys. I wouldn't look to take longs on this breakout. I feel like gold probably just stop hunted me though. That's what it did today, earlier.
I had taken as longs, but I got a later exit than I wanted.
Take another stab at gold.
Broke key support. We're going to test the halfback at, I believe, 50.
Ooh, gold on the struggle bus.
At 950.
Times it.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm like, just like my buddies, like we have like a little side one we've been in for years that we just come talking to. So he was mad because he got stopped on a really good short this morning. I gotta share this with you. You're gonna laugh, Kev.
You see ES hit 58.10 and rejected. Yup, exactly. I'd like to see gold start to hold with NQ and ES range bound again up here. So let's see if gold does want to try to reverse back higher on this 5 back to the upside. I am back in the longs on gold. It stopped me out. I re-entered.
Look at that.
It's bounced then. Such an easy play. We're coming back for you.
But if you look at the time, it was the bottom. So he was like complaining that he was like, "Oh, it was such a good one. I was perfect." But I knew it was a bottom for me.
Oh,
so I was
that's
like,
so funny.
"Oh, let's bounce then."
Bro, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, gold. Time to run it, gold. Stop playing around. I want to wrap this up.
You know what you do now?
I got stuff to do today. Come on now.
What?
You get that crappy Paula Abdul song stuck in his head.
Which one?
Opposites attract.
I liked Paula Abdul when I was a kid. She was hot.
I did too, admittedly, but that song gets annoying after it's stuck in your head for a few hours.
What was it? America's Got Talent, American Idol. Wasn't she on one of those?
She was always hammered back then. I loved her. She was like, she wasn't even in rehab yet. She was just always permanently hammered. I loved it.
Yep.
Come on, gold. Good buying pressure on gold here. Let's see.
I've been sitting on my hands after that. Like we're up, like
Nice.
brought it up to that area to be careful, just because it could be a problem here. We did 5 up, so whenever that happens, not that it has to do anything. Typically, it can have a double pullback. So let's say it went down one leg, up another leg, it could go down one more. So I just chill, see if it breaks that posted low at 911.
Come on, Lance.
I'm out of gold. I'm out of gold up here, guys. Nice scalp with the lows. Got right out sort of the highs of this candle. Not looking to hold anything right now. Today, markets have proven one thing only, and that's that we're range bound, right? We're trying to push higher, but every time we make a new high, we bring back lower a little bit.
If anybody got into that trade I mentioned yesterday on LTBR, it's at resistance right now, so I'm going to peel off some risk here.
Guys, don't forget follow me on social media. Instagram is kevin.futures. I post videos like every day, every other day, covering market recaps, market insights. I do sometimes some analysis breakdown, ES chart reviews like weekly. I did PMI came out yesterday, manufacturing came in strong, but we also had weakness in the yield. So I cover everything that's going on internally in the market so that you guys don't have to go through it yourself, go through all the articles you have to read, find maybe CNBC to go through that. Whatever the case may be that you usually have to, I try to chop it down to just 30 seconds or less every day, any day that there's some type of big news event, anything at all. I will cover it. I try to chop it up real quick, and I try to cover it timely too. So I'm glad I got out of gold, because again, it's chopping again here. Wouldn't really look for a re-entry. Gold is a no more trade. Oil is just doing its thing. ES and NQ also doing their thing, very range bound right now. It's crazy. I had an ES scalp this morning off of the demand zone right here for 5 points, and I was like, oh, good. That was a nice trade. Dude, if I held that, the low... But hey, listen, we can't trade with hindsight. We'll never, ever be able to trade with hindsight. So with that being said, all we can do is trade with our system and go for those base hits. I think, Random, you're the one who said the other day, and I love it, man. I'm always going to repeat it, is that people don't remember the base hits moves. They remember the big moves. And that's what sort of keeps people in that FOMO type of mentality that, hey, listen, this move, I'm in a good trade. I'm in a winning trade. Markets were choppy, but I want to see a bigger win on this. And they let a winner turn into a loser, and we can't do that.
Word up.
Markets mostly chop, so you could do holds, but you gotta gotta be happy with getting those base hits, because you're mostly gonna get base hits.
Yep. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like button, especially if you feel like you're learning something from these live streams. Join our community at bullishbrs.com. We have a live Discord community. We go live every day. The afternoons too for Power Hour as well. Guys, I am going to be wrapping up my stream here, though I do have something I got to take care of at 11. But guys, have a great day. Hopefully you guys were able to end the day and week green as well. I know we did really good this week on ES and NQ, so hopefully going into next week we'll also be able to hold that momentum. Whether markets are ranging, chopping, or continuing, using tools like supply and demand, volume profile, and our time frame analysis, we're able to find some good zones. We're also able to find where our price levels and targets should be. So guys, hit that like button. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
Great